2K Sports pregame show.
This is the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, happy to be here with my partners, Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight we'll be watching the Utah Jazz playing against the Washington Wizards. And guys, for the Wizards, playing above 500 in the last few weeks, not bad. They'd like to do better. We'll see if they can add a win tonight. And the Jazz, signing their young talent to contract extensions and acquiring veterans to complement them. It kind of feels like they're finally put the finishing touches on the roster.
You know what funny thing about it, Ernie, I've been asked to move the front office a lot, and that's why it's tough. I wouldn't do it. I possibly wouldn't do it because the work is never done. You got to just keep working and working all the time and trying to find new angles. And, they got a lot of depth now, but it's still not done.
So it's too much work. I'd much rather be doing this.
Well, I wouldn't say much rather but I just like you guys better.
Yeah, we do too.
Yeah.
And, the question you have to ask yourself, do they have the stars with the talent? That's the question you got to ask. Do they have enough stars to win? It's tough to dominate without superstars.
See how much easier it was to just say that?
Yeah, you're right.
Here's Kevin Harlan, also a man of few words.
Do you have a cold?
No.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
And it's the Jazz coming in from out of town in this one, an interconference game today. We've got some terrific NBA action in store for you today. This is Kevin Harlan, and we've got Steve Smith and Greg Anthony at the table with me. And the fourth member of our crew, David Aldridge, our sideline reporter. Taking a look at Washington, winning their last 3 games. They'd like to make that 4 in a row here tonight.
Yeah, and these fans could not be any more behind this team right now. The winning streak has kind of captured the entire public's imagination, and the level of enthusiasm, man, is off the charts.
Now let's get a quick pregame update from David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Quinn Snyder.
Well, guys, when I asked him what impressed him the most about today's opponent, he immediately referred to the explosiveness on their offense. He said they have so many different ways to hurt you that it's impossible to take away everything. It's just about damage control. And he acknowledged they've got a big job to do defensively. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, thanks. And as we get into the meat of the NBA season, wear and tear starting to factor in for rotation players. See just how hard can playing 36 minutes a night, every game be in a body.
Yeah, it's a lot of wear and tear, and a lot of times you get a chance to see it at the end of the season and the playoffs. So if you can keep some of these star players and all players around 36, 35, 34, and then let them play a little bit longer in playoffs, that's what you're trying to do as a coaching staff.
I'm looking back here. You played almost 40 minutes a game back in the late 90s. Wow.
That's why I'm sitting here right next to you right now, Kevin.
Yeah, that's right. And so off the tip, it's Washington's ball. And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Ingles at small forward with Favors at the 4. Ricky Rubio is out there with Mitchell. And it's Gobert in at the 5. Morris with the bucket.
Yeah, nice little way to take the early lead.
I see the effort, already pushing the action, trying to establish a presence.
Now here's Gobert. Gobert the screen. Favors against Morris. It's stolen by Mahinmi. Here's Porter. That's good. And so Wall with the assist. Porter's got his first 2 points of the night.
Whether it's scoring, passing, or just acting as a decoy, his value to this team cannot be understated.
Here's Mitchell. He's covered by Beal. Ingles kicks to Rubio. Shot clock at 5. Favors with the screen. Rubio misses.
Yeah, blown opportunity after the two-man game creates a terrific look.
That's how it's drawn up. That is, everything but the finish.
Now here's Porter. 17 points for him last game against Milwaukee. He doesn't hit that one. 3-on-3. Here's Mitchell. And Derek Favors picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
And that's a quick foul for him there. Looks like the refs are going to call this one pretty close.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Mahimi kicks to Wall. On the wing, Porter. There's Beal with the 3. Rebound, Utah. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
Yeah, guys, they were forcing it a bit in that one and shot a relatively low percentage because of it.
But you have to give them credit for being aggressive. The problem is they play too much hero ball. You have to be willing to make the extra pass.
4 on the shot clock. Favors. Good work defensively by Morris.
That's one of his shots in his arsenal, but it was terrific rim protection.
Wall against Rubio. Outside Beal. Morris a screen. There's Porter with the 3. No good that time. So Utah will take it the other way. Last time they met was in Utah.
Yeah, really ratcheted up the pressure in their last matchup, getting steals and just creating havoc defensively.
Their D was just phenomenal in the last game. We'll see if they bring that same intensity again.
And so it's Utah here with the ball, following the miss by Otto Porter from deep. Mitchell's shot is good.
Crafty move. He recognizes the size disadvantage, and the mid-range is close enough.
Right. No reason to take it all the way to the rack. Instead, take what the defense allows.
And the slam dunk by Wall.
And how about Wall? Just phenomenal at taking it to the defense with that lightning quick first step.
Jazz trail by 4. Here's Rubio. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Favors in the post. Morris is there. Rubio in the corner. Just 5 on the clock. Over Wall. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
The defender took away the airspace, crowded him. That changed the shot.
Passes it to Porter. He had stolen by Ingles. 3-on-3. Rubio dishes to Ingles. And Rubio kicks to Ingles. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio.
Crossing up the defense, and that's what you expect from Rubio. Terrific vision.
Mahimi a screen. Rubio against Wall. Poked away. It's stolen by Gobert. And it's Mitchell missing.
How is it possible? Wide open, too.
And Steve, the shot blocker, Rudy Gobert, earning the nicknames like the French rejection, the Stifle Tower. He says his favorite is Gobzilla. What do you think?
I'm not sure about that one. I like Go-Go Gadget arms, but the Jazz are sure he's their man in the middle going forward. I do know that. They signed him to a 4-year, $102 million extension.
And out of bounds as Utah gains possession. Jazz have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Favors with the screen. Rubio with it. He's picked up by Wall. Knocked away. And here we go. Washington fast break. Morris with the ball. And a wide open look for Porter. And another miss by Washington.
He can't find his mojo. Tough quarter for him scoring the basketball.
That gives them the lead. Ingles has got his second bucket.
And a lot to like about that play, particularly how it ends.
Yeah, at the rack. That's what you want in transition, a high percentage look.
Now here's Wall, coming off a stellar performance against Milwaukee. Outside Beal over Mitchell. Beal can't get it to go.
And this is a guy that can get you stops, aggressive on the defensive end.
Also doing a good job of tracking the ball, contesting the mid-range jumper as well.
Here's Mitchell. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Miami.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
It's his first trip to the line.
Yeah, it's good to see him with his free throw percentage up over 80.
Free throw drops for Mitchell. Well, Greg, for 2 straight seasons before this, the Wizards have had a starting 5 that all average double figures on the year. The engine of this offense, I think, is the backcourt, but they can all hurt you, don't you think?
No doubt about it, Kevin. Having a balanced offense like they do makes it tough for teams to prepare defensively. You can't just double or key in on Wall or Beal because they do a great job of facilitating. I think the bigger question moving forward is just going to be what will the impact of that bench be, and ultimately that's going to determine whether they can contend.
Mahimi kicks to Porter. Shot clock at 6. And again, unable to change momentum here.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target. A pretty simple solution to ending this run. It would just be getting back and actually playing some defense.
Now here's Wall. Very solid contribution from him as he averages over 20 points a game. Here's Morris. Mahimi passes to Morris. Gobert with the block.
The size and reach of Gobert making him a tremendous defensive anchor, protecting the paint.
How on earth did they let him get that wide open?
Here's Mitchell. 9 points in the game so far. Feeds it to Gobert. The dish to Favors. Over Morris. And he overshot that one, missing.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
There does come a time when you haven't made anything all quarter long. Pass the rock.
Ingles kicks to Rubio. And the foul called on Markieff Morris. That is his first foul of the game. And the Wizards are going with a whole new group out there now. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Jay Crowder's checked in for Favors. Jerebko comes in for Joe Ingles. Burks, he's checked in for Mitchell. And it's Exum in for Ricky Rubio. They get the rebound. And that one drops for him. Burks has got his first points of the night.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Now here's Lawson. He's covered closely. Here's Meeks. Over to the wing. Rivers gets a wide open look. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Rivers has got his first 3 points of the game.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Exum dishes to Jerebko. Kicks to Burks. Gobert the screen. Launches it. And the Jazz another 3.
You see the pick by Gobert. Once he sets that wide base, hard to get around.
Lawson kicks to Meeks. Lawson outside. Here's Smith. No good that time. Gobert with the defensive effort. To the paint. Fouled in the act of shooting. A 3-point play chance coming up.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And Dante Exum, a 6'6" slashing point guard. You don't see a lot of players who fit that mold.
No, you don't, Kevin. His size and quickness is really the foundation of his game. He's very elusive off the dribble, and at the defensive end, he's been terrific for a young player.
The Jazz making a switch here. Udo's checked in. And the free throw, no good. Steve, you are known for your three-point shooting, but as more and more teams look to space the floor and shoot threes, we've heard some legends, like Isaiah Thomas, for instance, complain that everyone's playing the same. What do you think about that?
You know, me and Isaiah, we've definitely talked about it. And I look at it, yes, we have some guys that's multi-talented, but everybody can't shoot threes. If you're a good guy to be able to knock down with a high percentage, shoot the three. But if you're a mid-range guy, you can still be an all-star shooting the mid-range. Play to your strength, work on that shooting threes, but I just hate when 5, 6, 7 guys, everybody's running to that line, and that's all we're seeing. You got to defend, you got to rebound, you got to block shots, you got to do other things, because that's still the way you can win the game, by doing all things, not just shoot threes.
And really, having the best teams in history always had guys that can do different things, a ball handler, a rebounder, a screener, a long shooter.
Yeah.
It's always a combination of all those things instead of everybody doing the same
You're
thing.
so right, Kevin. And even though we've been in this three-point era, in the last 2 or 3 years, rebounding the basketball and defending still can win basketball games for you.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lawson. And here we go with the breakdown tonight of the front court and back court rebounding numbers for Washington.
And their big men are getting the bigger percentage of these boards. You know, you expect that, and they'll need them to continue to patrol the paint and clean up the mess if they're going to win this game.
Jazz leading by 8. Exum kicks to Crowder. There's a good screen, and the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And that's a tough one, but on those illegal screen calls, the defender's never going to get the benefit of the doubt.
Some guys, they just know how to get away with it, and some don't.
Now here's Rivers. A 14-point game for him in the win against Milwaukee. Watson the pass to Scott. Smith kicks to Lawson. The Wizards working the ball around now. Tries to snap the cold streak. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And the foul goes against Utah. The Wizards shooting their first free throws of the game.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Loop shots.
The first one falls.
Look at the front court tandem of Rudy Gobert and Derek Favors. Both tremendous players. The question, though, do you get enough spacing with those two inside to win it all?
And so he hits both. And in today's NBA, you can sometimes get diminishing returns with 2 big men who both need to be around the rim.
That's correct, but 2 things help this Jazz team. Favors is a good mid-range jump shooter. Defensively, he and Gobert are both very mobile for their size. Helps them against small ball teams.
Now, here's Burks. 5 points in the game. Udo gets the bucket.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
The drive by Scott. It's rebounded by Udo.
Ooh, that's the one when you watch the film back, he's going to cringe. He couldn't ask for a better opportunity.
Not sure of the thought process on that one. Really bad shot selection.
Well, you're playing for the team, not just yourself. They needed much better execution that trip down the floor.
And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2. The Wizards have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
Shooting 2.
That's good for Meeks. And the Jazz last season making the playoffs for the first time, Steve, in 5 years.
You know, ownership showing the patience to build this team back to contention. The front office, part of the San Antonio Spurs tree, drafting well and developing their young players.
And so Meeks nails both of them.
And this is what we've come to expect from him. This type of consistency from the line.
Now here's Exum. Lawson defending. Exum dishes to Burks. Udo with the ball. Shot clock at 5. Here's Exum. Scott pulls it in. Scott's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Lawson drives in, makes it off the glass. Lawson's got his first points of the game.
Well, this is what every coach emphasizes. Keep your head up, be willing to make the extra pass.
Here's your Rebko. Utah gets it back, and no good that time. We come back right after this. And a chance to hear from Bradley Beal. He came from a football family in St. Louis, but said his mother introduced him to the game of basketball at a young age.
She definitely put the ball in my hands. She's the one who taught me my form, I followed through, and still to this day, she yells at me if I miss a shot. So she's kind of a perfectionist, and she definitely taught me how to shoot. She can shoot it, and she still to this day thinks she can shoot better than me.
Maybe some other NBA players should be practicing with Bradley Beal's mom, because she has definitely honed something special into him.
To be sure. I'm just not sure some of the more delicate NBA egos could handle her trash talking once she beats them in a game of horse.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And guys, what's your take on Utah so far?
I mean, through one, you have to like the effort, especially on that defensive end.
There are several ways, as you know, to take control of a game. Getting stops is one of them.
Smith is out there with Mike Scott. Then it's Jody Meeks. Then it's Lawson. And it's Rivers in at the 3 spot. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Wizards. Here's your Rebko. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Crowder, he's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
I love the effort there. Refuses to give up on that play.
Lawson kicks to Scott. Smith trying to break loose. A 3-pointer off the mark. Jazz leading by 6. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Here's your Rebko. Off target from 3-point range.
Yeah, and you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Rivers, and another miss by Washington. Utah has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Crowder against Scott. Udo, the pass to Rebko. He kicks it to Crowder. The Jazz working the ball around now. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
Yeah, easy call.
Smitty, we've seen our share of dominant teams in the past decade. The big 3 in Boston. Miami, of course, with LeBron, KD joining the Warriors. You played against a lot of incredible teams during your terrific career. Which team was the most intimidating for you, or which team did you have the most respect for?
You know, I would say it was later in their career, but intimidation was a factor. When you play against the bad boys in Detroit, I mean, the fouling of those guys. But I think from a sheer talent, it was the Chicago Bulls. They were the first team, especially not my era, won 72 games. They would come in and just steamroll you with their offense, with their defense, and their execution. So those 2 teams were the 2 teams I would think was most intimidating.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Wizards trail by 8. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Now here's Rivers. He's tightly guarded. Softly drops in the floater. Rivers has got his second basket of the night.
That is nearly an impossible shot to block the floater. Austin Rivers has added that to his game.
Exum dishes to Udo. Now here's Burks. He's guarded by Meeks. The Jazz again can't hit it. For Washington, they've gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. He dishes it to Smith. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
And here's Burks. He's got 5. There's the screen. Udo kicks to Exum. That shot no good. And it's Washington the other way. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
And I know the defense wasn't great, but yet and still their ability to stay composed was impressive.
When things come too easy, it's easy to lose focus. But they held each other accountable and played hard.
Wizards trail by 6. Meeks on the wing. There's the feed to Rivers. Dishes to Smith. That one good for 2. Smith's got his second basket of the game.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Out to the wing. Here's Jerebko. His 3-pointer's off the mark.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And Lawson with the drive. Here's Rivers. Off target with his 3.
And tonight, he just hasn't been efficient offensively. That's a big reason why they're behind.
Now Exum. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Jerebko kicks to Crowder. There's a screen. Udo inside. Covered by Smith. The shot's good from Jerebko.
Poor defense there. That's his bread and butter. You have to crowd him out on the perimeter.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington.
And when you take a look at that shot chart, the amount of misses lately, really unbelievable.
You start to wonder, in my opinion, is it better to take everything to the rack now or to try at least draw some fouls?
So Utah ends up going with the new group.
Taking a look at some stats for Bradley Beal. How his last 10 games have gone. He's averaging 14 points a game, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. Not bad numbers, but for a player of his talent, you have to think he can do more.
Well, sometimes even the best hit a little flat spot. It's natural. He'll get on a roll, and I think he'll be fine.
Now, here's Mahimi. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Here's Morris. That one, no good. Great D that time from Favors. Ingles passes to Rubio. Mitchell kicks to Gobert. Over Mahimi. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Wizards trail by 7. Porter in the corner. Mahimi dishes to Morris. He makes that one drop, only his second in 5 tries.
You like how he uses his height there.
Sure, working the in-between area. Not many guys with the length to bother him.
Now, here's Rubio. 9 points last game. And there's the pass to Favors. Over Morris. That's short off the rim. The Wizards have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Derek Favors missing about a month last season with the bone contusion in his left knee.
You know, that's why his numbers took a dip last season. Normally, he's improved year after year. Still young despite his years in the league.
And here's Favors following Otto Porter's 3. Over Morris. Again, Favors missing. Washington trailing. And Wall kicks to Morris. Back to Wall. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. Utah's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
The Jazz shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game. And every season we have the MVP conversation, Smitty. When you look forward over the next, let's say 5 to 10 years, who are the guys, the players you think will be regulars in that conversation?
I think the guys, James Harden, Russell Westbrook, Kevin Durant, Steph Curry. Some other guys, I think Kawhi Leonard, Karl Anthony Towns, Anthony Davis. And as long as he plays, Kevin, LeBron James will always be in that conversation. It doesn't look like the end is coming in the next 5 or 10 years.
For Washington, they have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Move shots.
The first free throw is good. So he gets them both. Now here's Rubio. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Ingles with the screen for Rubio. Gobert with the screen on Wall. Gobert the screen. Here's Favors. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
You know, Derek Favors has played alongside a lot of different type of centers. That's why he's worked so hard to add a jump shot so it's not all clogged up in the middle.
And that one falls for Favors. And Steve, when you look at Favors, if you had to pick, do you play him at power forward or do you play him at the 5? You play him at the center?
I think in the old days you play him at the power forward position, but I think right now, nowadays, he's maybe a shade better at the center spot. It's close. You could argue either way.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
The former 3rd overall pick in the 2010 NBA draft, Derek Favors is a gifted big man and a crucial player to this team. It was clear that the defender wanted no part of that play after he exploded towards the bucket.
Here's Rubio after the made shot from Bradley Beal. Gobert the screen. High arcing shot. Rubio misses. The Wizards have gone 6 of 12 in the second quarter, right at the 50% mark from the field. And the rejection by Favors.
The 7'4" arm span of Favors paying big dividends when it comes to rim protection.
And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call.
And checking out some numbers for Wall. He's been a factor for them over the last month. 4th in assists, and he sits in the top 15 in points per game. An absolute powerhouse offensively.
And as you said, dropping dimes at a top 5 pace. He's in total command of his team. They look to him for leadership, and he does not disappoint. Now, here's Mahinmi. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Well, you look at Markieff Morris, and you see a player, Greg, who is finally meeting his potential.
And you know what? Give credit to Morris because he's fallen in line with the team and the staff here. I think he's always had the talent to be an impact player. It just took a structured situation for him to really flourish, and I think he's found a home here in Washington.
Two shots.
And free throw good from Morris. And it's tied up with that one.
That's a huge advantage, having a big guy who can shoot free throws like this.
Rubio against Wall. Rubio the pass to Ingles. Here's Favors, and misses it off the right side of the rim.
Yeah, another missed opportunity, and you can just see the frustration.
He wants to help his team, but when you're in position to finish, it's hard to turn that down.
Morris, no good.
You know what? I like the flair, but you blew a layup. You know you've gone way too far.
Favors with a screen on Wall. And Rubio kicks to Favors. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. And the Jazz lead by 2.
Favors can really hurt you from inside the paint. If he gets the ball in a good spot, he has the size and length needed to bury the shot.
It's stolen by Gobert. In transition, here come the Jazz. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
No doubt, that could be a gigantic swing in momentum, given how that sequence developed.
Utah with the rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Fires from 14. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. And it's a 6-point Jazz lead.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Wall dishes to Morris. Wall against Rubio. Chalk up 2 there. Wall's got his 2nd basket.
And just the overall aggressiveness. Wall enjoys taking on a challenge and succeeding, especially when the D is all over.
Now here's Favors. 17 points for him last game against the Heat in Miami.
He owned the glass in that one, too. No one could put a body on him.
Ingles kicks to Gobert. He feeds it to Mitchell. Nice ball movement by Utah. 5 to shoot. Out to Favors. There's the 3.
And it's just one of those days, guys. He has just struggled to shoot the basketball.
Beal with it. Guarded now by Rubio. Ingles against Porter. In the corner, it's Morris. Over Mitchell. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert. The Wizards have been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And Utah Jazz head coach Quinn Snyder was an outstanding basketball player in his own right.
Well, yeah, he was an All-American point guard in high school. His high school team, Mercer Island, was ranked #1 in the country. He got at Duke to 3 Final Fours. He didn't play pro basketball, but he got his law degree, his business degree, and he went into coaching.
And he can't hit the second.
After having no trips to the free throw line in the first period, he's being much more aggressive now.
Rubio, the pass to Favors. Ingles kicks to Favors. Favors with the screen. Pass to Ingles. Feeds to Gobert. There's the dish to Ingles. Over Porter. That one a little long. Wizards trail by 3. From the arc. Good. Score the basket. Mark him 4 for 8. Shooting 50% so far.
Gradually starting to put pressure on this defense. That's his second from downtown this quarter. 3 for the game.
And Rubio kicks to Favors. Pass to Rubio. From the high post. And the basket by Ingles. Ingles has got 5 points in the quarter.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
And Wall kicks to Morris. Wall dishes to Porter. Porter can't get that one to fall. Utah's gotten into trouble with the 3-ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Back to Rubio. They set the screen. Pass to Gobert. From deep 3-point range, and Derek Favors picks up the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Here's Rivers. 1 second left. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Jazz lead by 2. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. With Coach Quinn Snyder. Quinn, what has to happen in the second half?
Well, we got to keep getting stops and really just make plays. Make plays on the offensive end and be solid defensively. No magic.
It's a pretty simple game, right, Coach? Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the 3rd quarter of basketball following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And an exciting first half indeed. Welcome back. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Kenny, the Jet, Smith, and Shaq, the Eel, O'Neal. Utah found themselves in a close game in the first. They got their lead up to as many as 8 points in the opening period. The second quarter saw them lose just a fraction of the lead they held at the end of the first, as they're now ahead by 2 points at the half. And, Kenny, what'd you see out there from the Jazz?
Well, there was a big spark from the bench in the first half. Sometimes you're hoping for your reserves to come in and just hold court, but they didn't do that. They actually got better.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on Washington?
You know, they didn't play it too safe. They made some really nice shots. Those are some much-needed points, and it keeps them right in the game. As long as they stay on the same page and keep working together, they got a great chance to take control of this game.
That's it for halftime, as the second half is just about to get underway.
Here we go now, the start of the 3rd quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. Utah leading. Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the 3rd. So on the floor for Utah, the tough defending Favors and Gobert make up the big men. Mitchell is out there with Ricky Rubio, and it's Ingles in at the small forward position. Morris inside, working on Favors. Wall, no luck. Jazz shooting has been wayward so far, only 37% from the floor. Ingles. Washington with the rebound. Mahimi's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Morris passes to Wall. Gobert with the block. They recover it. And Wall kicks to Porter. Clock at 6. Oh, went in there and tried to power it down, but drew contact. He'll head to the line. And last season, Greg, you heard a lot of names brought up for most improved player in the league, and Otto Porter was one of them.
I mean, and I think for Porter, the change came when he just felt more comfortable from deep in terms of shooting. He always had a solid mid-range game, but now he looks comfortable from deep and has become one of the bigger threats we have in the league.
Free throw good, Porter. Good on both. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Here is Rubio. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Gobert against Mahinmi. Shot clock at 5. Morris with the block. And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here. Here's Mitchell. No good on the quick three.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Wall dishes to Porter. Back to Wall. Shoots over Rubio. And Wall gets it to go in on the assist from Porter. And it's 6 points for John Wall. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Mitchell kicks to Gobert. Wall against Rubio. Favors with a screen on Wall. Lets it go with a three. And it's Mitchell missing.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
The kick out to Wall. He's looking for Mahinmi and finds him. Doesn't go for him. Great D that time from Favors. Rubio with it. He's picked up by Wall. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
The defense looks done right now. No hustle or real desire to get stops.
Off the screen. The shot by Mahinmi, no good.
An uncontested look for mid-range. He typically drains that one.
And the rejection by Mahinmi. With the teardrop, Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Utah has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Rubio against Wall. Kicks it to Favors. Nice ball movement by Utah. Gobert with a screen on Porter. Shot clock at 6. Here's Favors. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. Washington shooting just 31% in the game. And Wall, here we go now, makes it off the glass. Wall's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And in the post, Wall's got a pretty well-developed game for a point guard. He can navigate his way through the big bodies with very few problems.
Here's Beal, the kick out to Porter. He dishes it to Mahinmi. Outside, Beal. Right side, Wall. Wall with another miss. Utah trailing here. And now with the fast break, Rubio with the ball. He kicks it to Mitchell. Now the feed to Ingles. Utah with a fresh 24. The shot misses. Porter against Ingles. And it's Beal in the corner. Here's Mitchell. He's covered by Beal. They get the rebound. And the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
Yeah, a little too physical on that play. Tries to climb over the top of him and gets whistled for it.
A real easy call. I know you want to attack the glass, generate second chance opportunities, but you also have to pick your spots.
Mike Scott's checked in for the Wizards. Jody Meeks comes in for Otto Porter Jr. And Utah with a change here, too. Exum's checked in.
Can't finish. And defensively, nice job of altering the shot without fouling.
Mitchell kicks to Ingles for the lead. And the layup is good. Ingles has got 11 points.
Mr. Dependable tonight, helping them grow this lead.
Mahimi a screen. Beal the pass to Mahimi. Back to Beal. Dishes to Meeks. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And checking out some numbers for Gobert. Over the last month, he has been spectacular. 5th in rebounding, 7th in blocks, and with a top 20 ranking in field goal percentage, you put the ball in his hands and he converts at a remarkable rate.
And he's so explosive, so hungry. You really can't keep him off the glass when he wants to get there. That's why he's top 5 in rebounding. And the first one drops. Jay Crowder's checked in for the Jazz. And so Meeks nails both of them. There's Exum. There's the pass to Crowder. He feeds it to Exum. Scott against Crowder. Gobert with a screen for Ingles. A floater. Another shot. Well, Rudy Gobert has apparently blocked the shots of about half the players in the NBA. And, Steve, if you ask him, he can tell you who he's gotten.
He takes a lot of pride in it. Fortunately, that reflects in his work ethic. And with his physical tools and his love for the game, he has a chance to be special.
Shooting 2.
And that one misses.
The Frenchman, Rudy Gobert, really making an immediate impact with his rebounding and his shot blocking ability.
So for the Wizards, Smith checked in for Mahinmi. Rivers comes in for Beal, and Ty Lawson subbed in for John Wall. Utah also making some changes. Udo comes in for Joe Ingles, and it's Burks in for Mitchell. And he's good on the second.
Unfortunate that he missed one, but he still hit a crucial point there to help get his team the lead.
Lawson outside. Here's Scott. That one falls, coming off Lawson's feet. Scott's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. Exum dishes to Gobert. Burks kicks to Gobert. Left side Lawson. Right side Scott over Udo. And he can't bank that one in. Utah has gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. But they get it back. Burks the pass to Exum. Nice ball movement by Utah. It's Crowder on the wing. He's guarded by Rivers. And Gobert kicks to Exum. Another shot. The drive by Gobert. Foul on the play. Basket counts, so it'll be a three-point play chance.
Rudy Gobert not content to just take the foul. Used his size to follow through for the bucket.
This is his third free throw attempt of the game.
One shot.
Washington's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Lawson outside. Rivers against Crowder. Fires from 14. Smith kicks to Meeks. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Meeks got 5 points in the quarter.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Pass to Burks. Gobert with a screen for Burks. The second chance effort, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And there's the call on Washington with the foul.
Love how Gobert stays active inside, picking up fouls in the process.
And this is his 3rd trip to the line tonight.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
Two shots.
No good on that one. And he's good on the second. Washington's gone into the 3-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Here's Scott. Scott missing again.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Drains the 3-pointer. Burks has got 10 points in the game.
Burks is really good at picking his spots from outside when he's on the floor. A highly efficient shooter.
Lawson with it. He gives a bit of a scoring lift to the team, averaging 8 points a game. Here's Meeks, and the rejection by Udoh. And here's Burks. And it's Exum in the corner. Burks dishes to Exum. Gobert with a screen on Smith. Here's Exum. And no good. Smith with the defensive effort. Washington trailing. Meeks passes to Scott. Got a piece of it. Burks with the steal. Rivers against Crowder. Shot from 12. Rebound Washington. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one, and that will be the 3rd of 5 straight played at home. It's tipped. It's out of bounds. Last touch by Burks. And now let's bring up the 2K leaderboard to see which teams over the last month have been best at scoring points off turnovers. The Wizards 5th.
They're taking advantage of every mistake that their opponents are making. I mean, they're really converting points off those turnovers.
Urebko's checked in for Utah. And another miss by Washington. Utah has gone into a slump here from 3-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the 3rd. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Meeks on the wing. Back to Lawson. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Lawson's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
One-on-one here. And Meeks kicks to Smith. Here's Rivers. Bank shot, no good.
He's trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but it's not to be.
Now Exum. The dish now to Udoh. Feeds it to Urebko. Nice ball movement by Utah. Lets it go from deep. Scott pulls it in.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Rivers dishes to Smith. Here's Meeks. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. Utah leading. Here's Udo. They get it back. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
Meeks outside. That one falls. Coming off Lawson's feet. Meeks got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Wizards. Exum kicks to Crowder. Pass to Exum. He dishes it to Burks. The tray. Yarebko can't get it to go. Here's Rivers. That's a great dunk.
Freakish.
Yes.
Athletically.
Unbelievable play.
Wow. Third quarter, guys, and this has been a neck-and-neck game.
Both teams getting it done defensively, as evidenced by the 8 lead changes thus far.
Now, here's Exum. Passes it to Burks. Puts up a 3. Yarebko can't get it to go.
You won't see him miss many of these. A wide open look from distance.
Teardrop shot, and there's the nice layup by Burks. Burks has got 5 points now in the quarter.
The beauty of the teardrop, very difficult to really contest.
Wants in the pass to Smith. Kicks it to Scott. Washington gets it back. The feed to Rivers. Out to the right wing. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside, Scott. Lawson in the corner. No good with the triple. Jazz shooting pretty terrible here in the third quarter at around 30%. To the left wing. Here's Yarebko. Sinks the triple. Now it's a 4-point Utah lead.
A tall guard who can see over the defense. Exum with no trouble locating the open teammate.
The third quarter comes to a close. Utah out in front, up 4. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Coach Quinn Snyder.
Our activity defensively has been great. Active hands. Okay, the other thing is it's allowing us to defensive rebound. Okay, so keep attacking the defensive rebound.
And Quinn Snyder really focusing on stops and limiting the other side to 1 shot per possession.
And that's his calling card. Terrific defensive coach, demands excellence from his guys on that end of the floor.
All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. Porter and Morris are the forwards. Austin out there with Rivers, and it's Mahimi in at the 5 down low. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Now, here's Rubio. Favors with the screen. They set the pick. Favors with a screen on Lawson. Rubio with it. Now Lawson defending. He took good advantage of that screen. And the Jazz lead by 4.
He is starting to build up a little confidence. Hit just 1 3 in the entire first half, but he has hit 2 more since then.
Here's Porter. Great D that time from Favors.
Yeah, the aggressive D inside leads to a missed opportunity there.
You know, he had terrific position, does a good job of affecting the shot without fouling.
Now here's Porter. And the rejection by Favors. In transition, here come the Jazz. Udo gets the bucket, and it's a 6-point Utah lead.
And that's a terrific sequence at both ends there. There was the block shot, then the run out, and nice finish on the break.
Here's Rivers. A shot. Bank shot. No good.
Not sure of the thought process on that one. Really bad shot selection.
Well, you're playing for the team, not just yourself. They needed much better execution that trip down the floor.
And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. Washington making some changes. Bradley Beal comes in for Austin Rivers. And John Wall subbed in for Ty Lawson. Joe Ingles, who's checked in for Utah. Now here's Wall. He kicks it to Mahimi. Outside Porter. And again, Washington no good.
This is the guy who had 3 threes in the first half. Since then, still waiting on number 4.
And the 3 ball is good.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
Morris a screen, and Wall kicks to Porter. Can they get it? Here's Morris. The shot is good off the backboard.
Serve and the defense there. He makes a terrific read.
Here's Rubio. Outside Favors. Rubio with a screen on Mahimi. Here's Jerebko. Drops in the layup for 2. Jerebko's got the lead up to 9 now for the Jazz.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
And Porter, here we go. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Soft interior defense. You know he's going to be aggressive.
For Utah, they've gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the 4th quarter so far. Favors with a screen on Wall. Rubio dishes to Jerebko. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. And Beal kicks to Mahimi. And stolen by Favors. Dishes it to Mitchell. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Rubio's got 6 assists now in the game. Washington calls timeout.
And Ricky Rubio, known mostly for his ability to pass it and create opportunities for teammates, but I think he's an underrated defender at that point guard spot, and maybe doesn't get the credit he deserves defensively.
Gobert, he's checked in for Jerebko. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, during that break, Kevin, I heard what Scott Brooks said to his team. He was not happy with their shot selection, and he let them know about it. He said, we're taking low percentage shots, guys. Space the floor, make the extra pass, and work for those shots in the flow of the offense. Stay with the plan. We'll see if they can get it going.
And Greg, for Rubio, his defense is something that isn't talked about, but is certainly present all the time.
Yeah, I mean, he's smart, fast, he moves his feet well, and has terrific anticipation with his hands. Great playing both on and off the ball, and just aware of his spacing and a player's tendencies.
Excellent play call there. The defense was not prepared for the pick, and as a result, they gave up the wide open look.
Gobert, the screen. Ingles against Porter. Ingles can't get it to go. Wizards trail by 9. Here's Beal. And Derek Favors pulls it down. Favors has got his 6th rebound on the night. Gobert with a screen for Rubio. The wide open look here for Ingles. And it's off from 3-point range. And Wall. Here we go now. And it goes for the 5th time in 10 shots for him this game. Utah leading by 7. And Rubio kicks to Favors. Ingles against Porter. Floats one, and the basket by Ingles.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Wall passes to Beal. And good, coming off the assist by Wall. Wall's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Rubio with it. Favors with a screen on Wall. Rubio dishes to Favors. Over Morris. Bounces high off the rim and drops. And that's now 7 points for Derek Favors.
The D can be right in the face of Favors, but it does not affect him in the slightest. A motivated player who is very effective close to the basket.
Ingles with the rebound. For Utah, they've gotten exactly 2/3 of their shots to find the bottom of the net here in the 4th, 8 of 12. Rubio with a wide open look, sinks the 3-pointer. And it's a 12-point Jazz lead. Wizards have gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the fourth. Morris a screen. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And you could argue Bradley Beal was one of the bigger all-star snubs from last season. It's great to see what he can do when finally healthy, and has always been a dangerous scorer when he's at 100%.
Free throw good, Beal. And with Beal, and Greg, you brought this up with his health because he hadn't been able really to play a full slate of games in his first 4 years in the NBA.
Yeah, and credit him for dedicating his efforts to improve his health. I mean, was a time when you thought injuries would maybe limit his career, but when he's on the court, he is one of the best we have at that off-guard position, and he's only going to get better. This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
And Favors kicks to Mitchell. He feeds it to Ingles. The pass to Mitchell. Favors with a screen on Beal. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Mitchell missing.
He was all alone. Looks like he gets a little too relaxed. He has to maintain his focus.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Favors, and so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game. And Utah making a change here. Crowder's checked in. And he makes the first. Both good from the line that time.
It's interesting. No free throw attempts for him in the first half. He's finally pushing the action and reaping the reward.
Wall against Rubio. It's to Gobert. The dish now to Ingles. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. So neither attempt will fall that time for him. Wizards trail by 8. Porter passes to Beal. Oh, trying for it. He had stolen by Ingles. That shot missing. Now Washington takes it the other way. And Wall. Here we go now. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. I think everyone can now agree that John Wall is one of the better point guards in the NBA.
No doubt. At this point, when you factor in his production, he's got to be in the top 5, if not top 3 guards in the league, one of the better passers we have as well. It's just hard to find guards that can create so easily the way Wall can.
And that one falls for John Wall.
Yeah, easy to appreciate Wall, an all-star caliber talent who just fills up the stat sheet.
And so Wall nails both of them. Here's Mitchell. Feeds it to Ingles. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Took the opportunity when he saw it. And 11 points for Markieff Morris.
Superb pick there that allowed his teammate to get open and get a clean look at the basket.
They set the pick. Gobert the screen. And Rubio kicks to Mitchell. 6 on the shot clock. Goes up on the wing. That one off the back iron and out.
And you see why his reputation is so strong defensively. He allows no separation.
And so many defenses are not designed to take away the mid-range jumper, but he's given nothing away.
Free throw good, Beal. And so he hits both. Jazz leading by 4. Here's Mitchell. Rubio outside. Gobert with a screen for Rubio. Gobert the screen. Pass to Ingles from downtown. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Wall dishes to Beal. Gobert with the block. Here's Mitchell. The 3-ball. Rebound, Washington. Morris has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
He is really forcing things now. Doesn't have to do it because his teammates are picking up the slack.
Now, here's Rubio. Bradley Beal unable to get his shot to go. Rubio against Wall. Gobert with a screen for Ingles. That shot, no good.
He got the space he needed, but just blew the layup. It hurts me to see points lost like that.
And that one falls for Wall. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And here's Rubio. He dishes it to Mitchell. Morris against Crowder. Passes it to Mitchell. Just 5 on the clock. Looking to end the drought. And it's Bradley Beal with the rebound.
And the truth is, I've been there. He's trying to find the rhythm on his shot. He feels like he's close, and that's why he keeps shooting.
No one near Wall as he lets it go. Wall with another miss. Here's Mitchell. He's covered by Beal. It's stolen by Mahimi. And the shot goes in from Rudy Gobert.
Gobert looking comfortable stepping into the spotlight right now.
And it's Wall at the elbow. Gets that one to fall. That's his 6th field goal. He has shot the ball 12 times.
And he has the chops for this, raising the intensity when it matters most.
You see why his number's being called dangerous scorer down the stretch.
Now, here's Rubio. Kicks it to Mitchell. There's the triple. Rebound by Mahimi. Mahimi's got his 20th rebound here tonight. Saw that coming. And Porter, here we go. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Good on the first, and that narrows the gap to 1. Your Rebco's checked in for Utah. And a tough break is his 2nd attempt at the line. No good. Utah is shooting fairly well in the 4th, around 48%. They set the pick. And Rubio kicks to Ingles. Offensive rebound. And there's Gobert putting it right back in. Great game for him. Double-double now. 11 points and 21 rebounds. Here's Wall. Gobert with the defensive effort.
And guys, there's a lot to like here defensively. That shot almost ends up in the stands.
And he was not quite in position to block the shot, but the result is all the same.
What a big possession right here.
No doubt about it, guys. The tension is palpable. Well, that is NBA level right there.
It's the way the game is supposed to be played. Guys competing at the highest level.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Two shots.
First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2.
What you get with Rubio, good size for a guard, terrific playmaker, and trying to become a better scorer.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
That's why you want him at the line when the game is close. He knows how to deliver in the clutch.
Beal, the pass to Wall. To tie it up. He's off from 3. And now they foul and stop the clock.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
shooting 2.
He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 5-point game.
Well, this is how you close out. Beautiful job.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. They're down by 5. 9 seconds left in the game. What do you think, guys?
I mean, tough position, but really they can't blame anybody but themselves.
They've certainly missed on some opportunities where stranger things have happened. They need a quick shot and an immediate foul right here.
Now Porter, outside Beal. And here's Morris for 3. Off on that one. And so it's Utah with the win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. With Dante Exum. Dante, still a young guy in this league. What do you want to focus on with your development?
I think it's just staying in the defensive end. Sometimes in the heat of the play, you kind of lose sight of it, and it's just about staying in there and just helping your teammates out. So,
a very young guy on a very good team. Thank you, Dante. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. So long, everyone.